What's up guys, this is Void of Just Gaming, your channel for fresh arena of Valor content, and I've got some great news. I've got a new laptop, so I hope that everything is going pretty smoothly right now without any lags. So far I can't see anything at the bottom of my screen, so I'm hoping this is going to continue. It's the latest generation of laptops out there, and I just hope I kind of like skipped a generation, so I hope that this tool is going to serve me for a couple of years as my last one did. So what do we have today? Another new thing going on. We managed to do a 5 queue lately, so we were playing with 5 people and we happened to hang around with some conquerors, as you have eventually seen already from the thumbnail. I had to pick the AD carry, and as we were kind of like thinking that might be some good players, I just kept to what I have played a couple of times in the past, and I went with Valhein, one of the oldest characters in the game. And I want to show you my build, but basically as we've been fighting against so strong opponents, it's not about the build, it's more about the gameplay. But as you can see, I've taken something not that conventional. I've taken the Beast, for example, as one of my main items. We've got Blitzblade in there, we've got the Clave Sancti, which is pretty much a staple, as well as the Slick Stings. I've taken Fenris to maximize my damage output, so the whole thing is screaming damage and damage straight to the face. And to complement that, I did not go into something like crazy crit chance stuff, but I've been taking my basic marksman warrior build that consists of 10 times onslaught, 10 times assassinate, and 10 times skewer. So we're focusing on really strong auto attacks that are not going to hit that often, but when they do, they hit like a train. So this is kind of like the idea behind the build. Enchantment wise, I've taken the basic staple thing that most of the players are using right now, which is League of Humans Endless Cycle, which means that you can come back if you have been dead and be revived instantly. With that goes Enhanced Restore and Gunslinger. That's basically all the same for most of the AD carries. And in the second line, you can choose either Veda or you can go with Lockheim. As I said, we want to focus on getting as much damage output from one single auto attack. Therefore, I've been taking the Lockheim Devour just for a slight bit of sustainability. And then I've gone with Deadly Claw to improve my attack damage even further. And this is going to be about that. That's going to be the build. And how the game was going on is what we're going to focus on next. So before I switch to gameplay, it would be great if you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, I'm super happy about every single subscriber that comes to my channel, because we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. This morning I checked my mobile and I saw that we were going to 777, which is a pretty good number, and I'm going to have a beer on that tonight to celebrate the first time I got to 777. Likes are always appreciated, and I hope that you find this piece of content entertaining, because as I'm going to spoil it right now, this is not going to be the best performance that I ever had on Valhein, but to state that with the enemies that we are going against right now, I'm completely fine with that. I'm confident that you guys will find it entertaining and you might learn something from that game. That is basically focus on the game, enjoy your time, and every single game will be a good one. So let's start with the gameplay. So guys, here we go. As you can see, we have taken a pretty special layout. Don't worry about that kind of icon that's coming from Discord right in the left corner of my screen. So we've got Max, a really strong character, and we've got an experienced player on Max. We've got Superman versus Superman. We've got Natalia versus Isha, and we've got Yorn in the jungle, which is going to surprise you. I can promise. This is going to be a really surprising thing to do. So, as you can see, I've been fighting with a lot of experienced players that have been ranking a lot further than I have ever managed to do so. So this means that if the matchmaker is working fine, we will face opponents from basically the same level of experience. And as I already said, at least the Wukong player has been an Ex-Conqueror player, which I mean, we talked about it in the Discord before, and I think one should not highlight that too much. Like, yes, I did put it in the video title because I'm Platinum, so Conqueror is way over the top for me. But I guess if you have a good day and you've got some hero that you play a lot, you might just find it really really okayish to fight against players with an experience like that, because they might have a bad day, or maybe they are playing some hero that they're not that experienced with. I mean, there is a skill cap on Wukong. He's not the easiest stuff to bring home, and eventually that might just be having a bad day if things are not working out too well. So while you should always be aware of the fact that these players might know what they're doing, it simply is not that they're invincible, and you guys are going to see that in this very video today. So we've got Isha. Like, the positioning is highly questionable of the opponents right here. That ult wasn't, not that ult, but that ability number 2 wasn't aimed too properly. So I guess we're going to have a good time getting this Abyssal Dragon. I mean, yes, Wukong is quite the counter to many of the heroes out there in the game that don't have that much armor, which is basically mages and, of course, AD carries such as I am. But the good thing is that we have this little nice auto stun. As soon as we hit one of our abilities, we might be able to stun him. So if we time that in a good way, we might just be able to outplay him. Not outplay him, but get away. Getting away is, in this case, the most important thing to do. But you guys are going to see that because the video is actually quite long. I just saw that we're taking about 18 minutes to finish this off. But I think it's worth mentioning and it's worth watching because it is entertaining. You guys don't have the audio sequence. The audio sequence is not put on mobile. I would need to put that on my laptop, and things are going to be like that in a couple of months when I'm getting a new mobile phone, and I hope that this is going to basically get rid of lag spikes and stuff like that, because I got massive frame drops every single time I play with my mobile phone right now, and I don't have an old phone. Like, it's still pretty decent. So I hope this thing is going to change. But if you are a viewer on a regular basis, you already know that I'm going to replace all of my stuff from one month to the other. So new laptop was the first thing to do, and the second thing to do is to get a new mobile phone, and that means that I might be able to get back to Twitch again and get you some stream gameplays with some audio recordings as well, so that you guys know what we were talking about in the chat, if that is interesting for you. But I think it's kind of really nice to see what thought processes were and stuff like that. And this Enzo is just getting Elsu is just getting away with this little tiny buff elf, and it was so frustrating when he just managed to get back off and Superman was able to kill me with a slight amount of health as well. So we just need one yawn shot, but unfortunately this one is going to miss. We did not hit Superman here. Pretty unfortunate, but I think our Superman is going to seal the deal. Is he, or is he not? Is he? No, he's not. Well, 7-7, Abyssal Dragon has been killed by the enemies, so that we know that we need to be a little bit more careful right here, because Wukong might just be close. We don't have vision, so that's really really dangerous to stay here. My laptop just went black because I didn't use my mouse. Okay, so that means that I need to use my mouse a little bit more often to not black screen it again. So Superman comes in, trying to focus on Natalia, but I don't know what this Superman does. That was, I think, a little bit too risky here. Just a little bit too tiny risky. So now we've got the kill lead, and we need to focus on the tower. Elsu goes in again, and I'm using all that I have, but again he is able to get away with a tiny portion of health. But now we've got the tower, so everything is all right. And I remember that we said that in the chat. It's like, okay, we've got the tower, so that was good. Tower is always important, and now we do put some pressure on the Wukong here. Now we need to be careful. Yina is not really up to the best performance in life, but now we got her. Wukong is able to get us. Wukong is dead. No, that was Isha. Isha is dead, so we do get a kill. I mean, Jungle Yawn is actually quite solid. I don't know if some people might have believed that before watching that video, but you guys are going to see that Jungle Yawn is actually pretty solid. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Okay, Superman is way too fast for Natalia to be able to follow up. If you're not going in for a flicker kill, basically, Superman is just being like, see ya around. Good tower push here. It was the right thing to do, I guess. And now we need to be a little bit careful because we don't know where the enemy team is. I mean, they've got 2 super fast characters with oh my goodness, we need to get out of here. But the thing is actually not doing that much damage to us. That little thingy, that animal piece that Isha has. We've got Yina here. Yina was a little bit confused, I guess. At least from the portion that I can tell. It was a little bit confusing what she was doing all along in the game. So as I said, like, they've got 2 super fast characters. They've got Superman and they've got Wukong, and they can basically be everywhere throughout the game, which is always strong characters are always the ones that are pretty mobile, because it just means that you can actually swap places. And I need to be super careful. I wasn't. That was a misplay here. That was a gifted kill for Wukong. I should have just gone a little bit further down the jungle and then make my entrance from there onwards. As I said, he's just one-shotting, two-shotting me right now. So of course it is a threat. He's sitting on 8 kills right now, and I think that was the moment where we actually realized that this Wukong player was having a good day and getting a lot of kills. So if you take that more of, and that was so spontaneous. Gesundheit, danke. We were just a little bit worried because that one guy was writing some kind of essay here in the chat. He was just constantly pinging things, writing things, talking to us in, I think we figured out it was Vietnamese. Not really too sure about that. I don't know why the game is lagging right now. I think that comes from the mobile. It's not the computer, at least. Here we go. I mean, it actually looks fine. Might be the mobile phone stuff going on. I tried to remember if that was actually the case, that I had some lags going on. It might be the case, but from the performance on the phone, everything looks fine. I mean, it's definitely not the computer. It says, okay guys, this is crazy. When I was using my last laptop and I was using my phone with it, it had sometimes 70% of the CPU used for the whole thing here going on, like the whole rendering, the whole broadcasting stuff and stuff like going on. So when I had lag spikes, and you guys have seen those lag spikes, we were going with sometimes 70% of my whole performance. Now we are on 3%, 5% right now. Okay, so the problems are occurring from the mobile phone, not the laptop. The mobile phone. Lately, the mobile phone in combination with the laptop was the problem, but this lagging stuff comes from the mobile phone. So I need to get a new mobile phone as well. Oh, I see. Things are going to be pretty expensive. Okay, so I guess it's going to be a new Samsung S21 or something like that. Die. Okay, she died. Thank you. I hope it's still watchable and enjoyable, because I'm not gonna redo it. And we were a little bit cocky right here. And that comes from problems that are coming. Oh my god, this is going to be crazy. I mean, we're sitting on 564. That's okay-ish, I guess. That's okay-ish, I guess. And you can tell from the game how things are actually in the game that these are more experienced players, because as you can see, the Supermans are super roaming. There's the super roaming supports. So those are like in the lower tiers. Usually a support is pretty much stuck to the lane. So if you are on the dual lane with Grok will be basically babysitting your lane all over the place. In this case, Superman is going to places where he needs to be, where he needs to do some stuff. And this goes for our Superman as well as the enemy Superman. Oh my god, that's horrible. The lags are horrible. It's so slow. It looks like someone is slowing down the whole thing as you're kind of like breaking stuff on a car, like going like that back and forth. My goodness, I hope you guys are still watching, because I do understand if you just say like, this is not going to work out. Maybe just listen to my voice then. Maybe use it as some kind of podcast. That might be more interesting. So we're shoving Superman back around, Superman versus Superman. So now we need to go in the blue side of the jungle, because as you can see, all the enemies are there. So this is like the one situation where you will be as a team and you are trying to get some of their people. So Max makes an entrance. Max goes in. Good opportunity to get ult in. So here we go. Double kill, shut down. Double kill, shut down Elsu. And yes, we were able to hit him. So here we go. Kill. That must be, I think that was a triple kill for Yawn. Yeah, there we go. Triple kill. Well done. Like, really good team fight. We were just, I mean, yes, someone was dying, so Superman was dead, but he was going all in for the team. So we had one person being dead, and we wiped out the entire enemy team. Again, cooldown is pretty low on the enemy, so we need to get back right now. As you can see, the enemy team is already coming back, and basically we've been nuked again. So we had the opportunity, we were just too, but you can see how little health that core has. So we were so close on winning this game, but again, we were a little bit too cocky. We have already killed them once. Now 3 people have been dead. Otherwise, that would be a 27 versus 25. I think what we should have done in this situation was not to go all in with 3 of us, but to go for Darkslayer, get Darkslayer with 3 people, and then make a new entrance. Because what we're going to do now, we need to do and go with that entrance now. So basically, we did not win a single thing on that. And this might even be more confusing, because the enemies are actually, yeah, now they've got Darkslayer. So despite the fact that I was actually thinking that the Wukong player wasn't that good in the whole game, I think he basically carried the whole team. As you can see, like, he had 8-0 something. So it is always a good thing if you know what you are up about, and you know what you're capable of. So I mean, I think Yina wasn't that great. There were some situations where Superman was actually a little bit weird. So I mean, yes, you can carry, but if your team kind of like really forces stuff to happen, and you really go in and you put yourself in danger, sometimes people can't help you. Like, even if you're about to carry the game, it's always a little bit bad if you have to fight the whole enemy team basically by yourself. Because I mean, even if you've got really strong initial damage, like your alpha is great, you still need some people or some bodies to kind of prevent damage from incoming and being straight in your face. That's always a little bit of a problem. So of course, even if the other players are pretty bad, they still are there with their health pools. So they are going to help you, even with their only, like, their mere existence is always sometimes enough to make a game workable. So even if you are the hard carry and you're able to carry every single game, you still need other people to kind of support you, even if it's just by health pools. At least that's my opinion about the whole game. And especially with squishy heroes. Like, if you are Arthur and you're super fed, like 15-0 or something like that, you might have just have too much armor and the enemies can't kill you at this one very point in the game, but then you need to make it work, and sometimes this is not going to happen. So we are basically full build. I switched one of the items. I switched Fenrir's for my Blade of Eternity, just to be able to withstand the first initial encounter with Wukong. That was my goal about changing the item. So let's see if it's going to work out. But as you know, the game is not going to be that long anymore. So this is one basic experience. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now we need to sprint out, but we can't make it. But my team makes it. So here we go. There's the kill. Ultimate. And they're following it up. And here we go. Double kill. Might be the triple kill. Here we go. Superman is coming back in, and now Yorn is fueling up his life by a little bit. And now we don't have minions. That's actually pretty bad, but as you can see, the countdown is still 20 seconds, so we've got 20 seconds to win the game. Yorn is using his passive to stack up stacks in order to perform a longer auto attack, and as you can see, it is enough to actually shred some stuff up. And here we go. Now we won the game. So what's the learning? What's the verdict after this game? There's this saying, and I don't really like it, but a chain is only as strong as its components. At least that's the basic translation from the German one. So even if you are the best player in the game, you need a team to work with. So as you can see, 16-4-5, that's a great performance. But then on the other hand, 12 deaths on their Superman. I mean, he tanked quite a lot, but yeah, this is going to show you something. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Stick to the channel if you like to see more. There's another video in 2 days in German, and I don't know what I'm going to show you yet. So yeah, this was the game. You can see the rankings of the different players, and as you can see, I was the worst, and yeah, we still won. See ya.